The entertainment world is no stranger to tragedy, but the passing of the beloved actor and singer Menglong has sent shockwaves across the globe, reaching every corner from the vibrant streets of Seoul to the hearts of devoted fans in New York, London, and Sydney. What was initially dismissed by early reports as a tragic accident, a supposed unfortunate fall from a fifth-floor balcony on a quiet night, has now unraveled into a chilling and complex narrative of betrayal that no one could have anticipated. As we look closer at the emerging details, we find that the truth was never as simple as a lapse in safety. Instead, the world is witnessing the unfolding of one of the most sophisticated and deeply personal cases in recent memory. For weeks, the official narrative held firm, suggesting a freak occurrence that left a family and a nation in mourning. However, that fragile illusion began to shatter when investigators noticed inconsistencies that simply could not be ignored. The scene at the apartment was not what it seemed. A dismantled curtain rod, tampered glass, and scattered items were not signs of a struggle or a clumsy fall, but rather the carefully placed components of a staged performance. It has now come to light through leaked testimonies that the individuals involved did not act on a sudden impulse. In a revelation that has chilled even the most seasoned investigators, it appears the suspects conducted meticulous rehearsals. They reportedly performed trial runs, testing the structural integrity of the balcony fittings and manipulating the apartment's environment to ensure that when the moment came, it would look like a convincing mishap to any outside observer. The weight of this premeditation is heavy, suggesting that Yu was not just a victim of circumstance, but the target of a plan perfected through repeated preparation. In the hours leading up to the event, reports suggest he was rendered defenseless, his trust used against him in an environment where he should have felt safest. But as the investigation expanded, the true earthquake struck with the arrest of 4 additional individuals, bringing the total number of suspects to a level that suggests a wide-reaching conspiracy. These were not strangers or distant acquaintances. The most heartbreaking aspect of this entire ordeal is the identity of those now in custody. They were members of his inner circle, confidants, and companions who had shared his journey for years. Some had even known him since his school days, sharing the dreams and ambitions of youth long before the bright lights of fame took hold. The motive behind such a profound betrayal appears to be a toxic blend of unresolved financial disputes and a deep-seated envy of his rapid ascent to success. As his career reached new heights, it seems those closest to him saw not a friend to celebrate, but a figure to be controlled or removed for personal gain. While Yu was reportedly planning new charitable ventures and looking toward a future of giving back, those in his shadow were allegedly plotting to take control of his legacy and assets. This contrast between his generosity and their calculations has sparked a wave of outrage that transcends borders, uniting fans across North America, Europe, and Asia in a shared sense of injustice. The suspects played their roles with chilling precision. One allegedly posed as a distraught friend, rushing to the scene to create confusion and manipulate early witness statements. Another is accused of tampering with surveillance footage to ensure that key moments remained obscured in shadow. A third suspect reportedly orchestrated false testimonies from neighbors, suggesting that the sounds of a struggle were merely a spirited quarrel. The fourth handled his personal belongings, systematically removing any evidence that might link the group to a prearranged plan. They thought they had covered every track and created the perfect alibi, but they underestimated the resilience of the man they sought to silence. In his final moments of consciousness, Menglong performed an act of quiet bravery that would eventually become the cornerstone of the entire case. He managed to secure a personal timepiece, a luxury watch, and slipped it into his pocket. It was a subtle, instinctive move that the conspirators missed in their haste to depart the scene. That watch has now become the most damning piece of evidence in the possession of the authorities. Forensic analysis has recovered microscopic traces of sedatives and, crucially, the fingerprints of the suspects on its surface. This object, which once merely marked the passing of hours, has become a silent witness from beyond the shadows, providing the physical proof that he was not alone and that his departure was not an accident. Despite the mounting forensic proof and the weight of the leaked testimonies, the attitude of the suspects remains defiant. Reports from within the investigation describe their behavior as marked by hostility and a complete lack of remorse. Some have reportedly mocked the proceedings, smirking when confronted with the evidence of their betrayal. This coldness has only served to deepen the public's pain. Outside police stations and in digital forums across the world, the demand for justice is reaching a crescendo. Vigils have transformed into protests, with people of all ages demanding the maximum accountability for those who hid behind masks of friendship while harboring such dark intentions. As the legal process moves forward, the story of Yu Menglong has become a landmark case regarding the sanctity of trust and the pursuit of truth. The investigators remain resolute, convinced that while the suspects may choose silence, the evidence found within that small watch speaks with a voice that cannot be ignored. The nation is no longer just mourning a star. It is demanding answers for a son and a friend whose life was cut short by the very hands he once shook in confidence. The global community stands in solidarity, watching closely as the layers of this conspiracy are peeled away, revealing a truth that is as heartbreaking as it is necessary. Yu Menglong's legacy will not be defined by the shadows cast on that fateful night, but by the light he brought to millions and the courage he showed in his final moments. The truth has surfaced, and though the road to justice may be long, it is a path that the world is now walking together. We remain committed to following every development in this journey, ensuring that the memory of his talent and his spirit is honored with the closure his family and his fans so rightly deserve. Thank you for being part of our community at Update X124ZH and for standing with us as we seek the stories that truly matter. Your support allows us to continue bringing these important narratives to light with the respect and depth they require. If you want to stay updated on this case and other significant global news, please subscribe to our channel and join our international family of viewers. We value your presence and your voice in these conversations. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and remember that even in the quietest moments, the truth has a way of being heard. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next update.